The news starts now.
Tonight, we're tracking scattered showers. We have seen some street flooding in parts of Houston, but the showers are starting to clear out. That, however, just a taste of what could be headed our way over the weekend.
Right now, all eyes are on the Gulf. The tropical disturbance is churning, but it's still not certain where exactly it's headed. What we do know, there is big rain making potential for our area, and that's why officials have lowered water levels of Lake Houston today from 42.5 feet to 41 feet.
David Paul is here. I know you've been busy all week long, so tell us today what's new.
So it really looks like we're going to have a heavy rain threat across Texas, and of course that includes us here in Houston, but exactly where that heaviest rain is going to fall is just too early to pin that down. That's what I'll try to do as we move along here. Here's the latest from the Hurricane Center. Tropical disturbance moving toward the western Gulf. It might be able to develop here, 10% chance. It's almost a moot point. Like, it doesn't matter if it does develop into a closed low or not. We're going to get this huge influx of tropical moisture, and you saw a taste of that today with the heavy tropical downpours. We had rainfall rates in one of those storms near Hobby Airport today of 6 inches per hour. Had a half-inch rainfall in 5 minutes. That caused the street flooding out there. So here's what I'm looking at. Broad brush strokes here. Scattered storms tomorrow and Saturday, kind of like we had today. Hit or miss and heavy if you get under one. The heaviest rain threat will be Sunday, Monday, and lingering into Tuesday. Flooding rain is possible in Texas during that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday time frame. I don't know exactly where that's going to be, but I'll show you a couple of computer models that at the moment give us a couple of suggestions, and I'll share that with you coming up.
All right, thanks so much, David. City leaders say it is not time to panic, but time to prepare. You should clear any ditches and gutters. If you have a boat or watercraft, secure it now and stay weather aware. We can't say it enough. A lot of you have questions about what we can expect this weekend. You ask, we answer. David's joining me now. David, Christina asked, are we supposed to get bad storms in the Spring and Conroe area this weekend?
So I really wanted to take this question because this is what I'm getting on social media, and thank you for sharing your question. So Spring, Conroe, League City, Katy, Galveston, Huntsville, any city here in Southeast Texas, yes, you have the potential for some heavy rain, especially Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Everybody does.
All right, we've been warned. Next question. Trinity asked, is it going to turn into a hurricane?
And this is almost becoming where that question, if it does, it almost doesn't matter because we're going to get this heavy rain. Now, obviously, if it does strengthen into a hurricane, we would have some wind threat. But a Category 1 hurricane is not the type of thing that's going to put a huge surge in here. I really think it's a bigger rain threat than a wind threat at this point. I think that's a very slim chance.
Yeah, so don't pay so much attention to what it's being named or categorized. Pay attention to what it's bringing.
Bingo.
All right, got it. Thanks, David. We are keeping a close eye, as we've said, on the tropics, and you can too with the KHOU 11 app and on KHOU.com.
We have new developments tonight in a story KHOU 11 broke last month. These 3 people are now accused of horrific abuse of children, including one disabled child. They all worked at a 24-hour treatment facility in Montgomery County, and tonight, in the midst of this criminal investigation, there are questions for the state of Texas.
Our Melissa Correa is asking CPS how it's protecting children who are still at the facility. Mel?
Hey there, Mia. CPS inspectors have visited 2 facilities in Willis at least 4 times in the last month. The reports show they didn't find any violations then, but all eyes are on this property in Willis. Care Cottages is a 24-hour treatment facility, which according to the state, treats children with emotional disorders, mental retardation, or pervasive development disorder. Children from the ages of 6 to 17 live here. Last month, Montgomery County prosecutors were inundated with allegations of abuse.
Allegations of sexual abuse or sexual contact with some of the kids by staff members. We've also had even probably more with physical abuse with the staff members on kids.
There are 2 Care Cottage locations in Willis. Authorities say both are under investigation, and prosecutors say they've interviewed every child between the 2 locations. About 50 children in all. Hiram Thigpen is now accused of forcing his knee on a child's neck, making it difficult for the child to breathe. Jasmine Lyons is accused of twisting the arm of a disabled child so hard the arm reportedly fractured. And Jadanarin Thompson is accused of squeezing the neck of a child, making it difficult for the child to breathe. Authorities confirm all three lost their job last month. Now, CPS does say it believes children are safe at these facilities with the current staff. But as a precaution, CPS caseworkers are now at each property 24/7. A search of state inspection shows in the last 3 years, care cottages received 17 high deficiencies during evaluations. A majority are violations for the way the facility punished or restrained children. Prosecutors say more arrests and charges could be coming soon. Now, guys, the requirements to open up a child care facility like that, a live-in facility, the requirements are stiff, from having professional recommendations to a college degree to passing a trio of tests and having experience in the field. Tonight, we can tell you, according to the state's website, Care Cottage is in good standings. And if any of the administrators with the facilities are watching, listen, we've emailed you, we've called you, we've stopped by your offices. We're trying to reach you to tell your side of the story. So give us a holler back. Len, Mia.
Melissa, thank you. And our very first report about Care Cottage is online. Just go to KHOU.com, click on the Investigations tab.
Happening right now, the common-law wife of the man left brain dead following an altercation in a Denny's parking lot 1 year ago is on the stand. This is new video from inside of the Denny's that night. Maria Toral is describing the moments that led up to the death of the father of her 3-year-old daughter. She was there during the altercation. Terry Brian Thompson is on trial for murder in the chokehold death of John Hernandez. Toral admitted she was dishonest during testimony to the grand jury when she said she was behind the wheel that night. She said she lied because Hernandez had been drinking. Hernandez allegedly urinated in the Denny's parking lot. After that, argument with Thompson ensued.
Well, we just want to know the truth of what happened and figure out why he did this. Just want to know the truth.
If convicted, Thompson faces up to life in prison.
A former Houston doctor is facing murder charges tonight in the death of another doctor who was strangled back in 1988. Dr. Catherine Bascone was sexually assaulted and left brain damage in the Dallas suburb of Highland Park. She didn't die until in hospice care 4 months ago. Yesterday, police arrested George KHOU in Houston for murder. KHOU has a history of violent assaults. In 1991, he was convicted of breaking into a 19-year-old SMU student's apartment. He had on a ski mask, mace, and syringes filled with sedatives. In 1999, he was jailed for breaking into a Houston area home and trying to sexually assault a young girl. KHOU got out of prison in 2013.
This mom is in big trouble tonight. She is locked up after deputies say she left her child in a hot car, but that is not all. Demetric Knight is accused of going into a Northside Walmart and stealing $70 worth of makeup, all while her 7-year-old son was locked in the car for more than 30 minutes. Her son is with relatives tonight and is expected to be okay. Meanwhile, Knight is being held on $15,000 bond.